Welcome, Virgo, to your month ahead Tarotscope for February 2016. This reading is for you if your sun, moon, or rising signs are in the sign of Virgo. So I'll go ahead and start shuffling here. I have, of course, already extensively shuffled just to mix up all the cards and to shake off any prior energy from prior readings. So the purpose here of my shuffle now is to let the appropriate cards for you, Virgo, come up to the top of my deck. So I'm just shuffling here until I receive some sort of intuitive guidance that it's time to stop, meaning that the cards for you and for this spread are now at the top of my deck. So sometimes I hear something, sometimes I see something. A lot of times I just know it's a feeling. All right, so the first card of this spread is how you're feeling heading into this month. How you're feeling now as we begin the month of February. And we have the Eight of Pentacles. Things have been a lot of hard work lately, and I don't necessarily see that in the draining sort of it's hard to get out of bed type hard work, but more as it's taking a lot of your physical energy and there's a lot on your plate. I see a lot of Virgos being really busy right now, having a lot of things on their plate, having a lot of activities and tasks to divide their resources among. I think for us, especially in the month of February, it's going to really require us to hone in on the projects that we really want to move to the top of our priority list. I think there is going to be some letting go of projects, saying, okay, this isn't something that I need to focus my energy on. But I think for most of the Virgos, it's going to be an acceptance that there are so many things at the top of your priority list and really working on those and making a conscious decision to put your energy towards those. Even if that means removing ourselves from situations where we might have more fun or enjoyment, it's really taking that step back and focusing on working hard and really creating the dreams that we have. I think that there's a lot of vision in your heart right now, and we're starting to feel it now, I think, as we move into February, but this is really going to be the month where we start working on those visions, start manifesting them into the physical reality. Card number 2 is your general forecast for the month ahead. So your general forecast, Virgo, for the month of February. And we have the Lovers. I think this is going to be a month of deep connection for you. There's going to be a lot of intimate conversations, a lot of intimate moments between you and another one. If you're in a romantic relationship, things are going to really move up to the next level. I think you're going to discover some things about each other that you didn't necessarily, it's not that you didn't know, but you weren't necessarily completely aware of. You didn't realize how much those things affected them. I think that you're going to start to see this person in a little bit of a new light. And you're going to see a part of their journey that they might not have really shared with you before. And thus, it's going to really create an even deeper, more intimate connection. I think that this card applies to more than just romantic relationships, though. Friendships, family members, anyone that you spend one-on-one time with. I don't see you really making those intimate connections in a group necessarily this month, but when you spend that time one-on-one with them, you're really going to find that maybe you have more in common than you really realized at first. There's always something to learn from another person, and I think being on one-on-one for you, Virgo, is going to present a safe and comfortable environment for you to establish those connections with them. I feel like these people in your life that you're going to be having these intimate one-on-one times and experiences with, they're going to be really your driving force and your motivation this month as you work hard on your projects and you focus on the tasks that you wish to complete. So remember to reach out to these people when you need a little extra help. It's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to admit that you need some encouragement and you need some reassurance. Card number 3 is your upcoming challenges for the month ahead. And we have the 9 of Swords. So not only are you going to be busy in your day-to-day life, but your mind is also going to be quite busy as well. This card, as the picture suggests, represents those thoughts that wake us up at 3 in the morning, have us sitting up in bed and holding our head. So that monkey mind, that chitter-chatter, that just non-stop mind talking. So this is coming up in your challenges position because it will be a challenge for you. This will be a really great month to practice meditation or yoga or any other kind of activity that helps drain some of that excess mental energy. So definitely art projects or any other kind of physical activity would really be useful to you right now. There is going to be a lot on your plate, as we mentioned before this month, and that's going to have you really sorting through all these different scenarios and all the different ways that these projects could manifest. So your real challenge this month is to let go, to just simply release, surrender, and be receptive to whatever is going to come your way. Yes, this is a month of action because we do have the 8 of Pentacles as your first card here. However, it needs to be balanced with receptivity. So action and receptivity, knowing when is the time for which course of action or non-action. For you, it's really going to be bringing conscious awareness to the monkey mind, to that mind chatter, and making another conscious decision to do something about it, to say, okay, I'm going to go do an artistic project, I'm going to go meditate, and I'm doing it because I'm taking care of myself. So really practicing some self-care this month is going to be really important for you as well. Card number 4 is your good fortune, blessings, and abundance. So this is all the wonderful, beautiful gifts that are coming your way in February. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. At first glance, this card doesn't seem like much of a blessing, but I think there's some real wisdom here. This card represents, yes, suffering, lack of money, lack of funds. And while I do think that there might be some scarcity or feelings of scarcity this month, I think that you're really going to learn that these feelings are a choice rather than a hard, cold reality. I think when you really take a look at your checkbook or at the money that is coming in, you're going to realize that there's really decisions and ways that you use your money that can be used in a better way. I think that a lot of time we spend money on things that we don't necessarily need, whether it's a coffee here or there, or just a little something for us when we're not feeling so good. I think that this is going to be another month of really being consciously aware of your actions and your decisions. So making decisions to, instead of spending money on the little things, letting it build up so that you can spend it on something big. When we spend our money unconsciously on little items, it's very easy to get to a point where we do feel like we lack, where we do feel like we don't have enough in our lives. And of course, being in that energy is only going to create more of that energy in our lives. So I think for you, Virgo, it's really a sense of being aware of what you're spending your money on and getting back to that place where you feel like, yeah, I have so much abundance. This card is coming up in your good fortune, blessings, and abundance position of the spread. So I do think this is going to come pretty naturally to you this month. You aren't going to necessarily really need to work hard at saving money. It's just going to kind of happen. Once you make that conscious decision, the rest is just going to fall into place. And I think by the end of the month, your hard work is going to pay off and you're going to be feeling pretty great financially. Card number 5 is this month's lessons. And we have the Hanged Man. This card is all about flipping upside down and looking at things from a different perspective. It's really about sacrificing old beliefs, old habits, and old patterns and trying something new. I think for you, Virgo, this is going to be a month of getting out of your comfort zone a little bit. It's going to be a real big month of balance. I'm really looking at the Eight of Pentacles here and then the Hanged Man. We have a lot of the same color schemes. In fact, the figure is wearing exactly the same clothes. I think there will be times where you're tempted to feel like this work is work. And what I mean by that is I feel like the work that you're going to be doing, the hard work that you're really going to buckle down and be focused on, a lot of it are things that have to do with your passion, that have to do with following your path, that have to do with really your true vocation, your life purpose, if you will. It's very easy to let that mind chatter get to us and say, oh, like I wish I wasn't doing this, I wish I was doing something else. So I think the lesson here is really taking the Hanged Man energy and applying it to those situations. Really reminding yourself that while you're doing this hard work, that it's a blessing, that it's a gift, and it's really part of your lessons and your true purpose here in this lifetime. I think that there will be some times where your mind wants to drag you into a negative spiral this month, that wants to convince you that you're lacking, that you don't have the things that you need. So call on the Hanged Man energy during these situations and help yourself to reframe these situations. Help yourself to remind yourself that these are blessings, that you do have a choice, and that you are making the choice to follow that calling that's inside of you. There is no forcing you to do anything. There is no work for the sake of work. This work is sacred. And I think that there is a part of you inside that really knows that as you follow your path and you follow your dreams. Yes, it is going to take a little bit of hard work this month and a real exercise in choosing different thought patterns. However, I think for you, as you learn these lessons, they are going to become easier and easier for you to incorporate into your daily life. So this concludes your month ahead Tarotscope for February 2016. As always, it was a pleasure. If you're interested in a personalized reading, please check out the link for my Etsy. You'll find it in the description below.